Good morning, guys. No, it's not good afternoon even. It is, it's 12, Tuesday the 19th. Although I am filming today on Tuesday the 19th. Welcome to Work in Progress Wednesday. You will be watching this tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway, before I start, you may possibly hear Taylor in the background. You know, I make no apologies because I can't help it. He's remote schooling at the moment due to the UK being on full-on lockdown. Pretty much like we were last year, the very original one. And schools are closed until the end of February, so he is now remote learning online. He's in the college department of school now, so unlike last year when he was just getting ready to finish school and do his GCSEs, which got cancelled, he's now in the college department, so they're doing it all remotely this year. But anyway, he will probably be coming down soon because his lunch hour is 1:30, I think. But yeah, in the meantime, let's get on with this. So, although, like I said previously, these videos are predominantly named Work in Progress Wednesdays, they're not so much a work in progress. But you know, then again, they are, really. This one is a finished one, but we're going to start another one. It's pretty much what I'm working on that week. Or, you know, whatever. I have these in the shop currently. I think there's 3 left. I did have 5 before Christmas, but 2 was purchased as December dailies. But yeah, they are just what we'd call naked journals. Basically, all it is just a bog standard paper bag, like sandwich bag or deli bag as some people would call them, but it's not deli paper, it's more very thin brown paper. And then it's got just plain tea-dyed paper, well, patterned, but plain tea-dyed papers in them. No embellishing, no decorating, no nothing. There is a meal planner thing in there, but that's nothing at all to do with meal planning. Well, you could use it for 1 week, I suppose. I've just popped that in the smaller brown bag that I added in for you to use as a template to make a tall tag to fit in that pocket, because obviously as it is doubled over, there's another side there. But yeah, but I was asked by a few people, and especially Michelle, or Shell as you guys know her as hear me regularly, I can't say that word, referring to her as, yeah, Shell from Shell's CCC, who is also one of my design team members. She bought one and she asked how would I go about decorating one, because she doesn't do any of this, you know. She has a bit of a dabble every now and then, but she's new to all this. So then she's like, well, can you please do a video of some description or talk me through it or whatever, and I'll try and do one as a design team project. So yeah, hi Shell. Long awaited, I know, I'm sorry, but here we are. Okay, so you just need a journal, basically. This is like a traveller's notebook size journal, so you don't necessarily need mine. Just do your own. And yeah, I used this kit to do this one. However, this is one of my kits, but you guys can't purchase it. I'm so sorry. That's all I have left out of these, like the full kit. As much as I would absolutely love, and I really, really, really would love to share this one with you guys, I can't. Sadly. Because I love it. I really wish I could. I haven't designed this from scratch. But yeah, that is what I used, just to show that any bog standard kit can be used if you have one. Let me find it. There it is. Oh gosh, I need to get this without falling off my chair. As I said, guys, I'm sorry, but I can't share this one with you guys in the shop for sale because I used a piece of old, well, it's old wallpaper, but it's not old enough for me to be able to scan it like I did and then sell. Sorry guys, Taylor just came down. But yeah, he's just gone back up to check if it is his dinner time. Poor thing. He's like, no, I'll wait, I'll come back. But as I was saying, I can't sell this because, you know, I folded it in many different ways to get the kit, create the kit, but I can't. You what, darling?
4 minutes.
4 minutes. What, 4 minutes till dinner?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't sell this because, like I said, although it is an old piece of wallpaper, it's not old enough for me to be able to scan it to sell. I just scanned it from me. Right, so I'm going to pause you guys and I'm going to go and help take Louise dinner. I'll be back in a minute. Today, I'm going to, well, yeah, out of those, let's just have a look. This is 6, I think. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, out of those 6 pages, this is all I have left with the scraps wise. Just a few strips and bits. That would even be long enough to make a tag out of, and then a full sheet there. I could make several tags out of that. Excuse me, sorry guys. I just wolfed down a banana, some banana on toast. But yes, so for this one, and today, I'm going to do a shameless plug, and I'm going to do my own design team project with my new kit. But yes, so this is my latest digi kit, and it is called Flakey Wood, for obvious reasons. So I'll just have a quick flip through. Let's just remove. Oh no, yeah. Well, I won't remove them, but we'll put them to a side. I'll show you why in a minute. That's just the same kit printed 2 to a page. This is it printed full page, but also untick the box that says, is it fit picture to size or fit to scale or fit to page or something? Sorry guys, I can never remember which one it says because some printers say different things. But 90% of the time, if you're using the program on the computer, laptop, whatever, that prints, that box will already be ticked, so this will be full image. If you untick that box, this will then zoom out and you'll get this. Otherwise, if you tick the box, it fits it to the page basically, because as you can see, it's not a full A4 is this one. So with that box ticked, it would fit it all onto that page, but you would lose, you know, you'd lose some off the top and you'd lose some off the sides. So always tick or untick that box to see which one you prefer before printing. I specify that in all my listings anyway, but I just wanted to kind of verbally remind you of that. But yes, so this is my latest kit. It is available right now in the shop, and up until the 31st of January this year, 2021, this kit, along with all the other digital kits in the shop, are on a 50% discount sale. You don't need a coupon code or anything, it's automatically discounted. So you can pick up this kit for £2, guys. Depending. Sometimes some of you'll pay more because Etsy adds taxes and VAT and whatever on top, but yeah. But anyway, so this is this one. It's just basically a flaky wood design. I've just altered the colours on it and manipulated the colours, altered the colours, and had added a couple of different kind of wood grainy effects to it. You know me guys, I've got to use the pinks and purples, teals and pastels. This is printed on normal print paper, bog standard 80 GSM print paper, copy paper, whatever you say, because although when using these, using cardstock or whatever would reinforce it greatly, it's not necessary. I don't find it necessary. Ignore these black lines here if you can see them. That's just my printer being an idiot. I had to redo the clean the print heads yesterday and do the nozzle check, and as always when I have to do any maintenance with the printer, we had a disagreement. But yeah, so these black splodgy lines here will not be on there. These other lobs are. But yes, so, ugh, serious. And then, so you've got 5 pages of the actual wood grain effect, and then you've got 1 page with 4 different ones that perfect size for journaling cards basically, or tags even. Why do I never have any to hand when I need them? Right, let's use this. There we go. Right, this is a tag, or a pre-made tag, that I cut out of craft cardstock with my tag punch, tag punch, and it is 2 inches across by 4, I think. Yeah, well, it would have been 4 before I punched the top bit out of it wide, and yeah, it would still work. You could just get a shorter tag. You could do 2 or 3. Well, you could actually probably get 3, 2 and a bit out of there, or you could just stick it in the middle of your page and get 1 out of it. Yeah, there's different things you can do with it. But anyway, so I am actually thinking of working on a tag kit for this, so we'll see. That is the kit that you can purchase. These 2, should I say, not this, these 2 are freebies, and you will find these in the freebies file down below. The link to the freebies file down below. If the freebies file isn't there, then, you know, the limited time for me to let you have access to them has passed. That will be in the comments. It'll be a pinned post in the comments. But yeah, so this is just like a plainish one with a nice teal blue in it, and then this one is another kind of journaling card style, but it's got all those coloured ones on this one. Well, not all of them, there's only 4 out of the 5, but the 2 green ones, 2 of them are very, very similar. Slight variations, but still very similar. So yeah, these 2, so this one and this one, you can find in the freebies file below. And like I said, if you're watching this and the pinned comment with the freebies file is gone, I'm sorry, but it'll come back at some point. Most of the times when I'm designing kits or playing around with kits, there will be, not all the time, but most of the time, there will be at least 1 freebie that relates to that kit. But yes, so, and then these are exactly the same kit, just printed 2 to a page. So, okay, sorry guys, it's a bit one of them days today, you know, but unfortunately this is going to happen as far as speaking videos are concerned. This is going to happen on probably a regular basis for a few weeks with Taylor being home. But anyway, so like I said, for today I'm going to use this. All you really need to decorate one of these is obviously one of these, a kit, or any, doesn't have to be a kit, it could be scrapbooking paper or anything like that, just any design of your choice. And then a trimmer if you wish to have nice straight lines, a ruler maybe. So I love tearing these edges off with this one. Also, if you have them and you would like to use them, a tear ruler, you know, so you get that nice decal edge. If you have them even, you could use scissors, like decal scissors, pinking shears. They're actually material pinking shears, but you can get them like scrapbooking ones that have those on. I'm going to keep this one out because I actually do like some of mine to have that torn effect, but mostly I use my metal ones. And basically guys, all it is just measuring, roughly, tearing, and glue. You're going to need some glue, and normally I would use my Amazon glue. I use this one because I buy it in bulk. Oh my gosh, I think the box of 25 or something like that for about 7 or 8 quid, whatever. Something like that anyway, it's cheap as chips. Andrea at ARTYmaze uses this as well. But yeah, this is actually really good stuff. I do have Uhu glue, I do use that too. But then the other day when I was in Home Bargains, I found this and I thought, right, well, for collaging, that's amazing. Kind of reminded me of Tracie when she accidentally bought a giant, it's like this big, well, about that round and about that big, a giant thingy of Pritt stick glue. But I saw this and I'm like, oh, that would be amazing for when it comes to collaging. And it were £2, like 4 ounces of glue, and it were £2. I could take that label off now, I've shown you. Like I said, it came from B&M Bargains. This made me laugh though. Talk about childproof. You can't get the lid off. I mean, I can't really pull with this with my right arm very much because my right shoulder's very dicky, but I must have sat here for the best part. I've got it now. But I must have sat here for the best part of 20 minutes yesterday. Like, how the blooming heck can I get in this thing? And then Taylor come down and he's like, why don't you just turn the bottom so the glue pops the lid off? So if you get this and you can't get in it, if you turn your glue from the bottom, it pops the lid off. But I've had the lid on and off this a few times now, so it's actually not too bad to get on and off. But this glue is awesome. I used this glue, it's on the cheap stuff, like I said, to do this last night, and it stuck on there perfectly fine, no problem. And also it covers a vast area in a very short space of time. But yeah, so like I said, you can measure if you want a more precise, especially if you're using trimmer, you can measure if you want a more precise like area sort of thing. But I don't, because that's just, where's the fun in that? What I do need to do though is figure out which one I would like as my front cover. And I think it's going to be that one because that's the most colourful of them all, I think. Yeah. And put them to one side. See these, oh actually yeah, I did the smaller ones for that, didn't I? I was going to say these would be ideal for the pockets, but that's why I printed these off 2 to a page. Although they probably would have done this 4 to a page for the pockets. Anyway, I'm going to use this one. And to start with, we'll get rid of these white edges. And I know, I'm sorry, this is probably going to be really boring, but you know, we'll just have a little chit chat. At some stage, this video may get, like, sound knocked off and sped up a bit, but you'll still be able to follow along because, as I said, it is just roughly measuring, tearing, or trimming and gluing. But yes, so you can use scissors if you don't have a trimmer or a ruler to use as a guide. Obviously, by all means, use scissors. Or if you don't want to use your ruler for doing this with. I find metal rulers way better than the plastic ones to do this with, because the edge is sharper. These are actually sharp. I've given myself, although it's metal, like a paper cut on these metal rulers a few times. I got them as a set of 3 from Amazon a couple of years ago when I bought a metal edged centre ruler and then promptly lost it for several months. Turned out to be in a drawer underneath the desk right in front of me the whole time, but it were hiding under something else. Anywho, right, so because these don't print full A4, turning it sideways like that, it's going to come up short. So what I could do is then pop it on this there. That bag that's perfect. So I think I will do that with that one. So then all I would do is, I like leaving an edge around, so this is perfect for me. I'll just leave a little, excuse me, just leave a little bit there, and then I would take my ruler. My smaller one will probably be better for this. Nope, doesn't quite reach, so we'll use this one. And then I would just line it up. Am I in? Oh my god. Yeah, I had a very sickening feeling I wasn't even recording then. Sorry about the lighting, guys. But yeah, so just come in a tiny little bit at the top and bottom. And then just tear. And there we go. That is now the perfect size for that. And because this bag is angled there, what I would do is just snip. Tiny, you could rip. But, you know, I would just get my scissors and that. Just snip a teeny little bit off the corner. And then when it's glued on, perfect. Oh my gosh, the lighting's atrocious. Okay, back you back out. So there you go, guys. And then all you do is glue. So we were supposed to be doing the front cover. Let's get back to that. Sorry. Train of thought. Also, that's perfect because by cutting that piece off, tearing that piece off there, it is now perfect to turn sideways to use on the front cover. So again, as I like leaving a gap, a little border around, I will just line up as best I can. I'm not bothered if it comes up a bit short. In fact, I think I'll tear a bit off the bottom again anyway. I don't know what Taylor's doing, but something's not making him very happy. Don't know if you guys can hear him, but I can, and he's very stressed. He sounds very stressed. He sounds like he's on the brink of a meltdown, actually. So I may have to not cut it short, but he's gone quiet now. Sorry, guys. Like I say, at some point I may have to probably pause the video and then knock the sound off and speed it up, as I've said. Because it's angled there and there, I'm just going to do the same and cut a bit off here. You could round the corners with the corner rounder punch, but just eyeballing it is fine. It's coming down now. I'll see what's happening. It could just been a game, I think. One second. Okay, guys, we're back. Something and nothing, so it's fine. But yeah, anyway, like I said, so I just snip a little bit off there and there because of the corners. You could use a corner rounder punch, but I find it easier just to snip. And yeah, perfect. So now we glue. This glue's awesome, as I said. Yeah, sorry guys, he's just chattering to himself. It sounded like he were arguing with someone. He's not been taken to the remote schooling very well at all. He's getting on okay-ish, but it's pausing. I mean, I say okay-ish, it sounds as though everything's going well between him and his teacher, and his classmates, but when it comes to actually taking a break and coming down, he's offloading on me mainly because, you know, his dad sometimes is out at work, but he comes down and he offloads on me, and it's like crazy town, absolute crazy town. He's not handling it well at all. It's like, why can't you do it, Mom? Why can't you homeschool me like last time? I'm like, because last time you pretty much finished school, buddy, and, you know, if they'd cancelled your exams, it didn't matter. This time you're in college and it does matter. But I don't like school telling me what to do when I'm at home. That's the thing. He's never been able to separate the two. School is school, home is home. Nana's is Nana's. You know, his sister's Dana's is Dana's. You know, they don't mix. He doesn't like the mixing. So sitting upstairs in his games room on his PC, doing Zoom and Microsoft Teams chat things, and his teachers telling him what to, you know, sitting on the computer and talking to friends on Zoom or whatever, that's fine. But having a teacher sitting there telling him what to do is not fine. He's not taking too well to it. So we have had, I mean, it's Tuesday now and we've just started week 3, basically, of the remote learning. And we've had more meltdowns, tantrums, tears and hard times with him over the last 2 week and a half, 2 week, than we have in the last 2 years. It's been horrendous. Anyway, back to the task at hand, and as I said, I'm sorry if the video suddenly kind of abruptly ends and then music cuts in and it gets sped up. Hopefully I'll try and warn you in beforehand if that happens, but may not. If you do, if it does, then I apologise in advance, but you know why. But yeah, so, oh my gosh, look at that. That is awesome. I am just so easily pleased. And now I've got a text message. Oh, it's okay. But yeah, so, oh my gosh, I love it. That goes really well with the craft colour background as well, like brownie background. Now you could by all means ink the edges of the book as well as whatever you're gluing down, but yeah, I'm not really bothered. Now you could also do the inside, which probably is a good idea because this is on a thin paper and it will reinforce the pocket. You could also, the pocket opens here, you could also fetch your paper just over the pocket, just close to the edge, so it shuts the pocket closed. But I like to keep them open because I like to keep my options open. You know, you can stick notes and little bits of ephemera or whatever in there. Bear in mind, guys, although we are technically reinforcing these with this paper as well as decorating it up, the paper journals, they're not going to last, you know, this cover's probably not going to last for ages. This one might be okay, but with this being open, it's going to take some wear and tear, so be warned. But these, I would probably use this more as a list book or maybe a daily to-do book or something like that. You know, I'm not going to be taking it here, not that we go anywhere now, but I'm not going to be taking it here, there and everywhere with me and using it constantly. It's going to be sat on a desk or wherever and just opened up and journaled in and then put to one side. So it will take it, but constant use over time like a normal journal, it probably won't withstand it. You'd have to reinforce it more. Another way to do that would be to go right to the edge, kind of measure, and then when you get to this side, instead of cutting it short, fold over, which would shut the pocket, but it would also reinforce this little bit. You know, there's loads of different ways of doing it, but this is just the simple, easy way for beginners, and for me because I'm lazy. But anyway, as I said, where I've torn, you can see white edges, so if you want to ink, I'm going to say glue, if you want to ink, by all means go ahead and ink. That is your prerogative. Normally I probably would, but today I'm not going to, for the purposes of videoing and time. But yeah, so, but I love this glue stick for this. Also I was thinking, oh, collaging, that'd be really easy, really useful when it comes to collaging. So yeah, because you know, you do go through the glue when you're collaging. So, especially when you're doing like the scrappy, when you're doing like scrap busting and going through your scraps and doing the book page scrappy snippet things, you know, where you use all your glue book pages, when they're gluey and you tear them off, you put them together and then collage over them, which I've done a few times. And then chop them up and turn them into tags and all sorts of different ephemera. You use a lot of glue doing that, so, excuse me, that's perfect. But yeah, oh wow, that is just so cool. I'm loving this kit, guys. I think I glued that on upside down, but never mind. I don't suppose there's a right or wrong way for these things to go. Personal preference. But oh my gosh, I love it. Love it. So, let's see. Right, so we've got this piece left, and waste not, want not. Perfect. Or let's have a see this way. Yeah, that's a little bit too short for my liking. So, too short for there too. However, perfect for this. Now, I figured out last night when I was doing the other one, this ruler is perfect for this. And if I measured this way, it is 1 1/4 inch. So just, you know, if you guys are using one of my books, or have a pocket that's folded over, this pocket folded over is 1 1/2 inch. Now I figured last night when I was doing this one that because I like leaving a little bit of a gap around, that strip is the width of this ruler, which is perfect for measuring. But if you don't have a ruler that wide, or you want to use your trimmer, it is 1 1/4 inch. Okay, so all I did when I figured that out was place the ruler on whichever bit I wanted to cut, trim, whatever, line it up with the edge of the paper, and then just tear, which leaves me with a strip of design paper the same width as my ruler. Wicked. Which then gives me the perfect, sorry about the clanging, I keep forgetting, which then gives me the perfect width for this pocket. And as you can see, I have some hangover. And yeah, I'd rather lose that top bit than this bit, so I'm just going to use my tiny ruler and just eyeball it and rip a bit off, and then I have a bit left over, so we'll just stick. I'm sorry for the clingy clanging, guys. But yeah, so that's it, and then we're just gonna glue it on, basically. So there you go. This is awesome and all because it pretty much covers this strip in one go. You could use washi tape down there, Michelle. You know, you could use wide strips of washi tape, or 2 strips even down these. You don't have to use design papers or anything like that. So there we go. I just eyeball it as I do with everything. And there you go. Nice decorative little strip on that side pocket tuck. I love it. I love it. I love that. Yes. So that's that. I have only, in this book, I have literally only decorated the pockets. I haven't done anything on the pages because I used tea-dyed paper in these journals, in all of these journals, originals as well, not copies. I do have these tea-dyed papers as a digital kit in the shop, but these are actually the actual real deal papers, and as you can see, hopefully, probably, I don't know, yeah, the lighting's rubbish, they are textured. You can see the design that come through, but also these ones are slightly textured because they are the real deal. Well, you can see that one a lot better anyway, but as I said, these specific papers have actually, was actually last year turned into a digital kit. I love that one. So yeah, obviously you won't get the texture, but you'll get the pattern. I love it. But yeah, so I haven't done anything on the actual plain pages. I just did the pockets and the tucks. That's all I did. So we will carry that on in there. Okay, so out of one sheet of design paper, we've got the front cover, a strip of paper, and the pocket, the front of one of the bag pockets, and then we have another strip left that I could tear down to put onto this one. And there were two more. There will be two more in the back of the book, so I think we'll pop that to one side actually, and let's use a different one. So let's use one of the green ones. I like that one. I think I like this one better. I really do like the ones with the colour in them. But yeah, so right. In fact, before I do that, I'll show you how to do one of the normal pockets. These. So we've covered the front cover, which also you'd do the same for the back and the inside. Just if you didn't want to go right to the end, just make it a little bit shorter. We've covered how to do the strip. We've covered how to do the smaller bag inside. Again, you'd do the same, just come down slightly on this side because it doesn't go right to the top. We haven't covered how to do a tag yet, and now we will cover this pocket. For this, by all means, you could use another full sheet, but I printed out 2 sheets to a page for this reason. Mainly just to save on paper.